Day 101, The Rebel at the Core. Romans 8:7 Amplified Classic. That is because the mind of the flesh, with its carnal thoughts and purposes, is hostile to God. For it does not submit itself to God's law. Indeed, it cannot. At the core of the old man is rebellion. Sin, this unholy power from hell, entered because man refused obedience and yieldedness to the authority of God. Rebellion opened the door, the desire to be one's own authority, to reject the authority of the Father. And then sin ushered in death. We often dwell on cleansing and healing, but unless the rebel is dealt with, nothing truly changes. Arrested development pampers rebellion, excusing disobedience as simply weakness. Abiding development faces it and knows the truth. The rebel must die. The cross did not heal our wicked heart, it crucified it. In spirit, we are now born again and are whole, righteous, free, and share in the submissive nature of the Son. And that submission is not first to people, but to the Father. Our soul and our body, though still carry habits, wounds, places and pockets of resistance, strongholds of flesh. The body still has within it a sliver of the presence of indwelling sin. The Father trains us from the truth of who we are in Him, inward. We have an inward likeness to Christ. It does not begin on the outside in the body, then to the soul. It begins deep in the hidden place with Him. And this is why sons submit to the inward discipline of the Father, allowing Him, by our full cooperation, to flood the soul with the very waters of life that will literally replace all of the residue of the old. There is a deep washing of the Word into the soul, but it emanates from the Spirit deep within, as we come into agreement with the Father. He speaks to us, spirit to spirit, deep calling unto deep, and then with full obedience and vigor, we release that word into the soul, to the destruction of strongholds. Not to the management of strongholds, but the annihilation, the destruction of anything that would still remain hostile to the Father. For sons submit to Him. And any vestige, any remaining embers of rebellion die. And sonship lives and flourishes. Arrested development resists correction. Abiding development comes out of a yielded son who is learning obedience the same way as Christ Himself did. Through suffering, through enduring, remaining, persevering, and counting the presence of the Father and the oneness with Him as their greatest prize.